Over the last decade or so, office to residential conversion became one of the most talked about strategies in property investment circles. And for good reason. On paper, the model made a lot of sense. You could acquire underperforming office buildings at commercial values, sometimes well below half the residential price per square foot in the same postcode, and the margin was baked in from day one. Between 2015 and 2021 in particular, that approach delivered strong returns for a number of savvy investors. But in 2026, something has shifted and it runs deeper than interest rates or rising build costs. The underlying feasibility of these projects is changing, and not in a way that's likely to reverse. In this video, I want to explain why, what's changed from both a regulatory and a built environment standpoint, and importantly, where the genuine opportunities still exist. Let's dive in. For a long time, two things made the numbers stack on office conversions. The first was relatively cheap debt, which gave projects room to absorb delays and inefficiencies, while still hitting acceptable returns. The second was a favourable planning framework, particularly permitted development rights or PDRs, which allowed change of use from office to residential without going through full planning permission. Together, those two factors created a real window of opportunity. Investors could move quickly, keep costs reasonably controlled, and rely on strong residential demand to support exit assumptions. However, that model depended on conditions that no longer exist today in the same form. With borrowing costs higher and lending criteria tighter, the margin for error on these projects has reduced significantly. Cheap debt used to mark inefficiencies, delays and cost overruns could be absorbed within the overall profitability of the scheme, and that buffer has largely gone.